Hey guys, Adam Gauer, just checking out a little bit of the CrossFit Games. This is a tough week for me because I've always got this on in the background and it makes it sometimes a little bit difficult to get too much done. If you haven't checked it out, you probably heard of CrossFit. Check it out. You haven't missed the majority of it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Go to games.crossfit.com and watch this. It's incredible to watch the physical capacity that these guys have and the mental aspect of this type of competition. It's unbelievable. You'll enjoy watching it even if it's not something that you're interested in competing in. But starting to watch this week has been interesting because it actually, as I was watching these guys compete, specifically the Masters have been going on this week, which is there's different age categories over 40 to 44 and 45 to 50 and then 60 plus. And watching these guys, is certainly earlier today, the 60 pluses, absolutely incredible to see what human beings are actually capable of when they set their mind on something. And it really got me thinking today actually about what it is that these guys do differently that equip them to be able to compete on this level. Obviously, physically, they spend a lot of time training, but there's definitely, like I said, a mental aspect to this too. And it reminded me actually of something that I had read not too long ago in a book that a friend of mine gave me. It's called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And it has to do, the central concept of the book is around thoughts and how the thoughts that we think affect our circumstances and our life and the situations that we find ourselves in. And it kind of triggered in me as I was watching this today and watching some of these guys who are just amazing at what they do, and knowing, having done some competing myself, not at this level but at the regional level, and seeing what it takes to be able to get there throughout the course of the year, and what it is really specifically that allows these guys to continue to push through a lot of difficult things that happen during the course of the year. And I found this real interesting. It's a real short book. It's actually a couple books in one. The first book is pretty short. But this chapter is called Thought and Purpose. And it says here, they who have no central purpose in their life fall an easy prey to petty worries, fears, troubles, and self-pitying, all which lead to failure, unhappiness, and loss. And I thought that's interesting because a lot of us find ourselves in situations where we fall prey to worries, fears, troubles, circumstances, things that come up, and wonder why it is that those things get to us and get under our skin so much and it doesn't seem to affect others. Well, what this is saying is that the people with a central purpose that they're focused on and something that they're driving towards don't fall prey to those things as easily. It's not that they don't happen to them, but it's that central focus keeps them tied into what they're looking towards and helps them to avoid going down the rabbit trail of those different things. It says, we should conceive of a legitimate purpose in our hearts and set out to accomplish it, which is exactly what these guys are doing. And it says, whatever it is, we should steadily focus our thought forces upon the object which we have set before us. So it talks about the importance of setting our thoughts to focus towards that goal, that purpose that we've set for ourselves in order to be able to achieve it. And that's why I love and spend so much time working with people on helping them discover that purpose through their figuring out what their work is, using their unique gifts, talents, and abilities, those things that they're passionate about, discovering those, identifying them, and then seeing how that ties into a central purpose and then using that to uncover their vision. But I just found that so interesting, and it kind of closes off here. It says, even if we fail again and again to accomplish that purpose, the strength of character gained will be the measure of our true success, and this will form a new starting point for future power and triumph. So it's not even that you have to, on the first shot, accomplish that purpose. If you don't, you can try again. You're starting from a better foundation. If you fail, you can try again. You're starting from a better foundation. That purpose may even continue to evolve and change. There's a lot of these guys that have been to the games 4 or 5 years in a row, and they haven't had the success they wanted the first year, the second year, but they continue to build off. And I would bet you none of those people would say, man, I really regret that time that I went to the games and failed, because that next year they learned from that and they were able to build on it to have more success the next time. So it's something that, just like training, just like these guys do to get their body strong, their mind strong, to be able to have better success the next year, our thoughts are the same thing, and having a purpose to focus on and then guiding our thoughts toward that is so important. So I like to leave people with a challenge whenever I share a thought like that. And I would say, if you could try and take 7 days and start your day and end your day reading something or focusing on something that is going to produce the thoughts in you that you want to have to be able to achieve the goals or the purpose you've set for yourself, do that. Spend 5 minutes in the morning, and if you can, even 5 minutes at night. 10 minutes out of your day. It's not a lot of time. But if you do that, I would be interested to hear from you how things have changed, even in the circumstances and in the regular thoughts happening during the course of that day when you're not even doing that, and how that affects your productivity and pushing towards whatever that end goal is for you. So take 5 minutes, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, and see how that changes that middle portion of your day. Have a great day, guys. Like I said, check out games.crossfit.com. It's phenomenal to watch these guys compete, and enjoy yourself. Have a great weekend.